Hello guys, good evening, welcome back. I was lucky today. I actually managed to get out of the house before I finished my workday. I had a short break in meetings and I was so desperate to get some fresh air and see this beautiful sunset that we were having. I also needed to pop to the shop so I could get some snacks for our very indulgent evening. So snacks to me means crisps and dip and a lovely bottle of wine and maybe even some fresh ciabatta to go with our lovely dinner for tonight. And it was then a very slow and leisurely walk back home because the fresh air, the blue skies and the colours of the sunset tonight were just truly something else. I then had another couple hours of work to get through before it was time to light candles, pour myself a glass of wine and truly sink into the evening. Hello guys, good evening. It's official. I'm going on holiday. I am going on holiday tomorrow, which is it's just the very best news. I'm honestly so excited to see some sunshine because Cameron and I are off to South Africa to celebrate his 30th birthday. Oh, honestly, I'm so pumped for some sun and just to spend a lot of time with family and celebrating him as he enters a new decade. I have got myself a glass of wine because work has literally just finished. It's always such a late finish for work, I think, on the days before you go away, and I always try and stack the week, so the day before I go on holiday I kind of don't have lots to do and I can just chill a bit, and it never ends up being the case. So it is now almost 7 o'clock and we've just finished, and so this evening we are having a whole holiday prep evening, or really you could just call this a self-care evening. I need to do a bit of packing / I need to do all of my packing, but we need to do some packing and we're just going to make ourselves a lovely dinner, and more importantly we're going to have a bath for the first time since the whole bath incident a couple of months ago when the bath flooded through the kitchen. I've been too scared to have one since, even though I know the problem's been fixed, but I've just been too scared. But we're gonna have a bath tonight and I'm gonna show you all of my favorite bathroom products, and I'm just gonna give you a full walkthrough of all of the things that I love when I just want to totally relax and pamper myself. And then the less cute things are I have the most insane amount of laundry to do. I am looking at the largest pile of laundry you've ever seen. It's literally next to me on the bed. I've just shoved it out of the way so that we could chat. In fact, let me give you a bit of a dose of reality before we dive into quite an aesthetic, cozy evening of luxury bath products. This is the reality of my situation. When I say this whole area feels all cute and nice, and I've got my candle, and over here is just the largest pile of washing that I need to fold at some point this evening. But anyway, first on the agenda is packing and prepping for our day of travel tomorrow. So one of the things that I always make sure that I do before I travel anywhere is make sure I've got all of my plain essentials prepped. It's nearly a 12-hour flight. It's 11 hours and 40 minutes or something. Hopefully that's a little bit quicker once you're in the air, but it's a long flight. Plus with all the queues in the airports and taxis and waiting for luggage and just the whole thing, I need a lot of entertainment. So I'm going to download some of my favorite shows, and one of the new things that I'm definitely going to be using for this trip to keep me entertained while I'm on the move and traveling is Blinkist, and I'm very pleased to be working with them again on this video. So Blinkist is an app that has over 6,500 non-fiction books in a digestible format in just 15 minutes of audio. So they are so good for listening to, when you're packing. I'm going to listen to a little bit more of one of my favorite books this evening while I pack. If you saw the last time I spoke about Blinkist, I had recently added at that time the 5 a.m. club to my mindfulness and productivity space. So let me just show you. Spaces is one of their new features where you basically can create mini libraries of your favorite books, and you can also invite friends and family to share spaces with you, so you can kind of share and collaborate on your favorite books together. I've got 2 spaces that I've personally set up: mindfulness and productivity and professional development, because those are the 2 areas that I personally find non-fiction books enrich my life the most. They've also got guides, which are slightly longer things to listen to, but they're split into multiple segments. So the one that I'm really, really excited to listen to, and actually might do it this evening while I pack, because this is 38 minutes long and it's going to take me a while to pack, is a guide on how to reset your routine. And you can see here it's split into different chapters. So it starts with a few chapters on how to start your day, and then it goes on to talk about all about what matters most to you. And anyway, yeah, I haven't listened to this yet at all, but I'm so excited to, and I will definitely let you know what I think of it. I'm also really looking forward to listening at the airport to The Motivation Myth and the book on goals by Zig Ziglar. I mean, I don't know if you can tell there's a bit of a theme. New year goal setting. I want to listen to all the good stuff that's going to keep me motivated to actually hitting my goals in 2024. So if you're a bit like me and you prefer having your non-fiction books available in a slightly more digestible format, then I couldn't recommend Blinkist enough. They split out each of the 15 minutes that you listen to into separate blinks. So even without listening to the full 15 minutes, you can read the key takeaways from the books. And for me, non-fiction books are all about my personal development, my professional development, and I really just want to learn the key insights from them as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And to me, Blinkist just ticks those boxes so easily and so quickly. I just feel like the volume that you can learn from Blinkist in such a short space of time is just, we love the efficiency. I love the efficiency. So if you're like me and you feel the same way about how you like to take in and digest non-fiction books, then if you use my link in the description box, you will get a 7-day free trial to give it a go. I'm sure you will love it as much as I do. And you can also get 25% off their premium membership as well. And thank you again to Blinkist for sponsoring this part of the video. And thank you for providing me with endless entertainment whilst I am stood in the queues at the airport tomorrow. Okay, first things first, I was going to do some packing, but I'm actually so hungry because it's now like 7:15, well 7:05, and I need to eat. So I think it's time to head downstairs, make some dinner. Let's go downstairs, make some yummy dinner. It's the perfect January food as well. And then we're going to crack on with the indulgent part of our self-care evening, and I'm going to show you all of my favorite like beauty products and skincare products that I am loving at the moment in a nice warm cozy bath. Right. Let's crack on with some food. Cooking a delicious meal from scratch, even if I know that I could buy an alternative from the shops that I would love almost as much, just brings me so many positive emotions. It makes me feel satisfied and accomplished and gives me this really great sense of achievement even at the end of my day. It also brings me so much peace, and I find the process of cooking truly so meditative. I also think there are so many benefits to doing something with your hands, getting yourself off your phone, and if I could give you one recommendation for a new habit for 2024, it would be to see if you can incorporate more cooking into your evenings. And on an evening like this, when we're taking things slow and I can top up my glass of wine and sit and chat and decompress from the day whilst everything cooks, it's just such a lovely way to kick off an evening. On the menu tonight is one of my household staples and firm winter favourites, roasted tomato soup. It is the easiest recipe in the whole world. You don't really need to know the quantities. You just stick tomatoes, garlic, onion, a load of olive oil, some fresh herbs, all in a roasting tin, and then cook it until the tomatoes are blistering, and then just whisk it all up. Definitely not a required step, but I quite like to decant my blended soup back into a saucepan so that I can fiddle with some of the herbs and flavourings a little bit and just make sure that it tastes exactly as I want. Tonight we paired our lovely soup with some garlic ciabatta. So Cameron made a homemade garlic butter, which is also the easiest thing. Just some crushed garlic, whip it up with some butter, and then spread it over your favourite bread, and then pop it in the oven until it comes out all golden and toasty.
Okay, it's time for the good stuff. For my bath today, I decided to use some lavender bath salts and this insanely cute bath bomb from Lush that I actually got for Christmas. The little polar bear shape is so adorable and it smelt amazing. Onto face wash. The Caudalie Vino Pure is one of my absolute favourites. I've been obsessed since I discovered it, but my face has been really flaring up lately and honestly quite sore. And when that happens, there is only one thing for it, which for me is the La Roche-Posay Dermo Cleanser. It is so gentle. If you have sensitive skin, you have to try it. Onto body wash. Today we did a bit of body wash and a bit of exfoliator. I used my new Wild body wash for an initial cleanse, and then I used for the very first time my new Mirror Water Buff Body Scrub, which I loved. I got it for Christmas and it's my first time trying anything from Mirror Water and I absolutely loved it. It didn't feel too rough, it didn't feel too smooth, and just gave my body the proper deep clean that I wanted to give it this evening. When it comes to razors, there is only one. I use the Estrid and it is perfection. Hair care. I have a few favourites that I like. The Detox Way shampoo is so good when you're feeling like you've got a lot of that build up coming. But ever since I've started dyeing my hair, I have moved on to Pureology as my normal shampoo and I love it. It lathers so well. I feel like it keeps my hair really clean for a much longer period of time because my hair is really prone to getting greasy quickly. And the conditioner, is something else. It's got like a really strong peppermint scent and it's just such a lovely thing to bathe in. Whenever you're in like a really hot bath or a steamy shower, the peppermint smell of the conditioner just fills the whole room and it is delicious. Once we're out of the shower, it is into my favourite post-shower or post-bath waffle, the White Company robe. When it comes to body moisturiser, I love the Kiehl's Creme de Corps. It comes in the biggest bottle, which is exactly what I need when I want to smother myself in it during the winter months. And when it comes to face moisturiser, I hardly need to say it, but the Caudalie Cashmere Cream is one of my just ride or die products. When it comes to hair, I don't do too much, but I do love the Bumble & Bumble Invisible Oil Heat Protector Spray, and I just give my hair a bit of a spritz of that before I do any kind of heat styling. When it comes to heat styling, I love my Dyson Airwrap. I am truly a convert and I'm obsessed, but to be honest, there are some days where I just want my hair dried quickly so I can crawl into bed, and on those days, I just go straight for my Babylon hairdryer. And then you guys know what time it is. It is time for the pre-sleep mint tea. I always have mint, Cameron always has chamomile, and there is no stricter part of our evening routine than pouring ourselves a mug of tea and sipping them whilst we sink into bed.
What a lovely evening. I just realised the last couple of products I forgot to show you were lip balms, which at the moment at this time of year, I'm just smothering it on. I've got two favourites that sit like completely outside my makeup routine and are just like pure lip balms. One is the one I showed you in the last video, the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream Lip Balm. I mean, it's the best. This is the Intensive Lip Repair Balm and it's just fantastic. And then probably actually my favourite is, and I've had this one for ages, is the Fresh Rose Petal Soft Lip Cream. And it's just so nice and like so buttery soft, and like it actually really reminds me of this lip balm that always used to sit on my grandma's vanity cabinet makeup station that my grandma used to have. And she always used to have, I wonder if it was actually this, I wonder how long Fresh has been around, but it used to smell just like this, like rose. Anyway, I just love it. But yeah, that was such a nice evening. Honestly, it has flown by. It's now so late, it's 10:15. Which is way too late for me to be getting into bed, and I didn't finish all my packing, obviously, which means I need to pack tomorrow, but we also leave tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. But before we say goodnight, I wanted to let you know that next week's video is going to be a Q&A. I've had a few of you ask if I can please do a Q&A so we can just all get to know each other a little bit better. And I can't think of a better time to answer all of your questions than in sunny South Africa. So there are a few ways that you can submit any questions to me. Honestly, no topic is off limits. Just ask absolutely anything, and it'll be a complete mix of questions that I answer. And obviously I'll try and like prioritize the most common questions, but I'll try and get through as many of them as I can in next week's video. But if you could please comment your questions underneath this video, and I will also put a question box up on my Instagram tomorrow. So that is on Monday the 15th. I'll put a question box up on Instagram for you guys to reply to on there as well. And we'll have a proper chat, probably with a glass of wine. It might even turn into a bit of a tipsy Q&A, so you really will get all of my deepest, darkest secrets. But send them in, and I'm truly so excited that you all get to know me a little bit better. But with that, it is time for me to brush my teeth, drink my mint tea, and crawl into bed, because we need an early wake-up time tomorrow. It was not my intention to be up at 6 a.m. on the day of going on holiday, because I'm going to be up all night tomorrow night, most likely. Sat in economy built upright for 11 hours and 40 minutes on a night flight is not a luxury way to start a trip, but no one is complaining, because if sitting bolt upright for 11 hours and 40 minutes gets me to South Africa, I will be doing it. So time to get some sleep for an early start so I can pack, get myself organised. I also need to make sure that I pack Cameron's presents. You're not going to see this in time, but like my biggest fear is that I pack everything in a rush tomorrow and I forget his birthday present. So like, I'm trying to write it down on notepads, but I'm also like, I don't want him to see the notebooks. I'm trying to come up with codes to write down in my notebooks to be like, do not forget the presents. That would just be a disaster. We get there for his birthday, and then I'm like, whoops, nothing to give you. Okay, good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I've had the loveliest time, and I truly cannot wait to see you in next week's video. Good night, guys.